Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 9 of 316, a 316 role playing game, Starship Trooper-thon. I am going to be game master today, not John. So that's a twist from last time. But yeah, I'm excited to take over. This is episode 9, and we're still in the middle of a mission. So if you haven't seen the other part, don't worry, it's really easy to catch up. We're Starship Troopers taking over, destroying things, and we're currently on a moon where things are getting bad against these sort of what do we call them against? Robot starfish? What?
Robot jet starfish.
Yeah,
I
robot
think.
jet starfish. That's right. My favorite Rush album. So that's what we're doing today. John, how are you today?
I am well. Oh hey,
Hey.
look, it works again.
Yeah, it's no longer
Hey,
twisted.
it's not broken. It's my 8th month anniversary.
Yeah, happy 8 months.
Nice. I like when Twitch remembers. I'm back. Still
Yeah,
subscribed
it
to this
said
channel.
last year was like, oh hey, thanks for being a new subscriber, and today it's like, welcome for 8 months. Time is relative to Twitch servers.
Twitch is confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I've been. Let's see, what have I've been up to lately? We usually talk about media, right? Like,
Yeah,
I've
movies.
sort of taken a little bit of a break from the crap movie bonanza. We've been watching some television, and I have to issue a bit of a warning because I was kind of looking forward to it. This Netflix series Lamont, it's a French TV series, The Mantis, about a cop whose mother was a serial killer, and she's like the Hannibal Lecter, like locked up forever, and new crimes start, which look like her signature, and so he has to go and recruit her, or she wants to help him solve these new murders.
Sounds like
And
Luther.
yeah, kind of, sort of in that vein. And the trailer had a bit of a Hannibal vibe too, like stylistically, which I also enjoyed. And it starts really strong, and the last few episodes are really awful, and the end is really terrible and extremely stupid, and kind of transphobic, or not even kind of way transphobic, in a really bad way. And it was such a bummer that now I don't even start it. That's my advice. It looks cool, it looks well produced, and the actors are great. Everyone does a good job. But oof, man, it was a huge downer. So yeah, avoid Lamont. That's my advice. Yeah, it's always a bummer when that happens. It had a lot of potential. I think they may have made a second season too in France. I don't think it's come to Netflix yet, but yeah. So, however, the MK Ultra pseudo documentary, which is on Netflix now, Errol Morris's new project. He made a lot of great documentaries, like the Thin Blue Line and some other stuff like that. It's really good. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, Wormwood. It's called Wormwood. And it's Errol Morris. It's mostly traditional Errol Morris documentary style interviews, but for some reason with this one, he decided to do not like documentary style reenactments, but like television style dramatic scenes that show like real things that occurred, or things that
Dramatic
probably happened. They are dramatic reenactments, but they're shot like a drama, and they're interspersed with the interviews. So it creates this really interesting like documentary / TV show thing. It's really good, really well done, very stylish and cool, strange, lots of interesting visual flourishes. Yeah, highly recommended. Wormwood. If you don't know anything about MK Ultra, it only scratches the surface of one little area, which was extremely fucked up. But it's a dark part of American history, and it exposes it in a really cool way.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, Wormwood.
But don't take my word for it.
Don't take my word for it. Straj, what about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, actually had a really rough week at work. So for the most part, I have really boring, non-interesting stuff to add here. In slightly more exciting news, working on some big updates for Band of Blades because we have a con coming up. I want to print out new sheets and put all the stuff together for that. So that's telling me we actually have a list of things that we have to finish before we're ready to release it to drive through. So that's like in the pipe now. So that's fun. In terms of media, I actually I watched a weird little Netflix series called Everything Sucks, which is, I would describe it as like Freaks and Geeks, but it's set in the 90s instead of like the late 70s. So it's a lot less about like bell bottoms and pot, and it's a lot more about like, I don't know, snap bracelets and detention. And it's it starts out a little rough. Like the kids take a little while to like get into the characters and for everything to start flowing. But I actually really enjoyed it, even though it's a teen coming of age drama. It's not my usual genre. It was something that I kind of threw on because it was late one night and I couldn't sleep and I was working on something else, and I kind of got into it. So I guess that's my media thumbs up for the day.
Cool. I heard good things about that. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, it ends up heartwarming, but it does a lot of that Freaks and Geeks thing where it doesn't flinch away from some pretty rough stuff on camera. It's like usually when you talk about a teen drama, it's like 30-minute episodes where teens have problem, teens deal with problem, teens learn lesson, and this is not like that. A lot of times people don't learn stuff or just have to learn to live with problems, and it's kind of what distinguishes it from the like generic genre for the most part. Yeah, anyway, it was good. I liked it a lot. If that sounds like your jam, maybe check it out. That's about it for me. What about you, Morgan? What have you been up to?
Not too much. I haven't been up to too much, but let's see. What have I been enjoying in media-wise? Star Wars Rebels is finishing up, and I've been enjoying the heck out of that, so that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, other than that, it's been getting really weird, trippy Force stuff, which is always kind of fun in Star Wars. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's about it. And Eric, what have you been up to?
Yeah. Boy. I got a real disgusting take on the internet today. That's just been seething.
God.
Me. I went to the gym, like I normally do on a Saturday morning, and then I got back, and a friend of mine on Discord was like, "Yo, someone's arguing about Cyberpunk not being political," and I was like, No way did somebody say that. No way. And then he's like, "Nah, it's right here." And I just looked at it and I was like, I'm done with that Reddit. I'm just never returning. The age of elves is over. Men can take it over and have fun. I'm going to the West.
It's so bad.
Yeah. They like
what's their
they literally say go back and read Neuromancer and tell me where it's political. It's just like, whoa, how did you read that book and didn't see what? Yeah. So anyways,
are you? I mean,
it's
from like the very premise of the book starts with the idea that there are laws against forms of AI, and the entire that's the premise of the book. We're not even going to talk about like how Zion has to exist in space because of how AAA Corps control the land or anything else, or why there's punk in Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Just a very, very core premise of Neuromancer is political.
I know.
Personhood and oh man.
But I guess if you believe in anarcho-capitalism, everything there seems morally fine. I don't know. It's weird.
The main character literally was like, what about dive bombing hackers into the middle of Russia? Never mind. I'm done.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. It's so bad.
So, anyways, that was just my what the hell. So this has been on my mind all morning. And otherwise, I'm excited to play and run for you all some 316. Give myself the old college try here. I'm excited, and I'm excited to see John take up the player's mantle, something that I know they rarely get the chance.
Oh, I'm psyched! I'm super excited.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play Sergeant Stone, who we've introduced before as an NPC.
Yeah.
The guy who really does not like Eric's character, Goodman, thinks he's a bad influence, and resents the three of them really for, he kind of blames them for what happened with Euphrates and how he got pulled out of his career to some degree and his his comfort zone on board the Volga, and packed up with the undesirables and shipped out in this new situation. And I've decided he's played by Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon in the Avengers, and specifically his role in the Hurt Locker. He plays a army sergeant who doesn't like the new guy, played by Jeremy Renner. And the whole time I was playing Stone, I was like, I know I'm riffing on somebody. I can't remember who this is. And then just in planning this session, I was like, oh, right. I'm just doing Anthony Mackie from the Hurt Locker. So he should be the actor who plays Stone. I think that's appropriate.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to kill some robot jet starfish.
Right.
Or send Goodman to do it, probably.
So, when we last left our heroes, we were in the process of getting rewarded and leveling up on the savannah, and then we got our status report. Young got promoted to captain, and was starting to now look at what the next parts of our mission are. While that was going on, I think the Columbia, or maybe I got the events wrong, but another 316 vessel led by Major Shields, and the TNF Columbia jumps in and is a little surprised to see, the Savannah is a little surprised to see them come in, and they basically commandeer whatever the hell we were going to be doing and say that you're working under me right now, and I need you to take care of some of these quote-unquote black sites that they were forbidden from investigating and exterminating. We got a little survey of a couple of them, and we decided on a weird moon. I believe it was called Planet Osprey. And so we chose Planet Osprey, which had a weird ring of debris around its moon. While I'm saying this, imagine the camera's panning over this dead Martian-like landscape with sort of like this lattice or like neural kind of looking network of cities that are kind of like on the ground that all just been blasted to hell by something large. So there's like giant craters in these sort of this web-like structures of colonies or some sort of civilization on this planet. Then it finally pans over to the moon, and around this moon there's this ring of debris. And then also on the moon, we kind of see around this kind of orbiting near this debris is the Savannah, and then the camera goes through the debris and goes into sort of this crater, and in this crater there's this huge superstructure with this sort of massive gun, like James Bond GoldenEye looking thing, with like a railgun kind of mega shooter that we're. Unfortunately, no one has been able to approach yet because we were getting bogged down by the eponymous robot space starfish, robot jet starfish. Sorry, I'll get it right one day. They have dismantled our APC and put it back together, so we know that they're sort of like these repairing machines. And we were not in a good spot. We were trying to secure the landing zone. For further support when the Columbia eventually shows up, because the Savannah is a little bit faster, got here and is sort of creating a landing head, a safe spot for the Columbia's entrance. We kind of left in a stalemate scenario where we were able to push back the defenses of these starfish, and sort of get a little bit of a breathing space. Take a look at our APC that's been kind of weirdly repaired. The food in it now works.
Food synthesizer,
the food synthesizer now has tikka masala options, which is canonical. And other than that, I think that's the elongated recap. So let's
the other platoon, as I recall, we're first platoon.
Fire.
Yeah, second platoon was sent into the like magnetic anomaly area to set up the base, and we were supposed to support fire from the APC.
Yeah.
Which we didn't get to do because the APC got wrecked almost immediately. Mm-hmm. So presumably, and we don't really have comms with them because of the magnetic field.
Yeah.
Presumably they've been doing whatever over there without our support fire. And Goodman lost his armor due to the alien NASCAR team that came in and zipped it off him real fast.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were like hunkered down. We were on the rim of the crater, and were we still like kind of exchanging fire? I think we'd sort of been
You
pushed
drove
out
them
of
off,
combat.
essentially.
We ended the engagement
Okay.
recovering our APC and people. So I think,
Okay.
I mean, easily we could start the scene with us like driving in the APC firing backwards or something.
Yeah.
That's right. We did recover the APC. I remember because Young was ordering the tikka masala.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I would actually prefer to start the scene a little bit like that, as everything is squared up, ready to go, and you guys are in the APC, actually trying to get back into the mission and helping Second Platoon, who are currently pinned down by some sort of larger type starfish creatures. Rather than the sort of like radial symmetry, like smaller starfish, these that have sort of like 5 stars around them. These ones are about double in size and have about 10 of those little radial things around, and they seem to be a little bit more defensively equipped. Like you can see the shots off from like the E-cannons. They're sort of like hitting that sort of hexagonal fractal grid, like it has a shield kind of system off. It's like, and you see they're basically pinned down by these machines. Furthermore, you see that there's sort of a between you and that platoon. If you want, I could draw a picture, but just imagine you guys are entering a scene where on one end you have the base. In front of the base, you have these 2 large, for lack of a better term, deca starfish, sort of like shooting down into another crater where the other platoon is, who are trying to give return fire. They're in not a good shape, but nearby in a second crater, sort of midway between you and that platoon, is a cache of some sort of like weaponry that was supposed to be for them, but they obviously can't get to it. They probably can't see you if it's a little too busy right now in terms of being under fire. But you guys are kind of approaching this, and I want to know what do you do in this scenario?
Do we want to do the thing that we were supposed to do, which is provide covering fire for them? Just basically charge into starfish with our APC, shoot a whole bunch. How you guys feeling about that?
Yeah, if it looks like they're pinned down, the drop pod stuff, like we've seen these before, right? From like episode 1 with the base building like crates and stuff. Is it that's that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it looks like they haven't even started on that process because they've been pinned down, then if we can maneuver in such a way to free them up, if they can get their hands on like the prefab walls and stuff, that might give us a little bit of a
right. If it helps in the low gravity environment, there was another crate or 2 near them that have just been blown up to smithereens, and so it's all just kind of like floating around near them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool.
Getting in. So just a bunch of just concrete terrain, like insta concrete mix is just floating in space all around here.
Quick.
Well, I will slap.
Yeah, QUIK.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
KWIK.
Yeah.
I will slap Goodman on the back of his Under Armour wetsuit, and say, "Get on that gun. You're the best shot, right?"
Sir, yes, sir. And I think I sarcastically point to him. It's like,
it's yes, Sergeant Trooper. I work for a living.
Right. Who am I targeting?
Who am I targeting?
The trooper. Yeah. It's like, am I shooting the ones in the craters or the machine things? I say sarcastically.
Yeah, he just gives you this like dead-eyed stare.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, look into my eye.
Look, I can't shoot. I can't shoot with this negativity coming my way.
He racks the side door open on the APC, or actually, it's like powered now and all nice and brand new and fully repaired. So it's like powered like bzzz, tunk. He doesn't have to manually do it, and racks his slug rifle and is like, "Shoot where I shoot," and starts like firing at the starfish.
Okay. So I think it's probably time to do an engagement roll.
Yeah, let's do it. Test for dominance.
Yeah, so who's all rolling?
I will roll. My NFA is pretty good.
Let's do it.
No.
I got 1. Ooh.
Yep.
All right, aliens. Fuck. All right.
Hey.
So it's not the worst thing in the world.
Highest success is a PC.
It kind of
Yeah.
is. I think we're ambushing, right?
Yeah. That makes sense. They're probably distracted shooting down the all the troopers in the
No,
hole.
no, we don't get to ambush. We all have to
Right, we all
succeed.
have to
Yeah.
succeed.
Oh,
Am-
okay.
But
Yeah,
you do get
yeah.
to set what's going on here.
Yeah, you get
Let's
to set
just-
the range, Josh.
Yeah, let's just sit close. I mean,
Close.
Yeah, why not?
Close. I'm good at close. The APC is good at every distance. I know Pasternak's good at close. The knife death ballet from last time.
We can all contend at close. We can actually land hits and do damage. So I
Yeah.
think I'm tactically concerned about the starfish pushing us and stuff, and I feel like this is
Yes, I think that's smart. We have established that they have that ability to move very rapidly and change the range on us in an extreme way. So close seems smart if we want to stay in the engagement.
Yeah.
And I upgraded. So I took some free upgrades to my weapons. So I upgraded my sidearm to 2d6 and the slug rifle to 2d6 far. So I've got he's more of a marksman with the rifle as opposed to a machine gun guy.
Sounds good.
And I think the upgraded sidearm is just the typical trooper blaster, just like overclocked version of it. So yeah, if we're going in close, then I'm gonna sort of hang out the side. And
the Manabrite G16X.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm racking the pistol to potentially disembark as the APC gets close to the supply cache.
So how many are there? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I never put the tokens in.
Oh, two. Okay.
Yep.
And who's driving?
It's Rosh's turn.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Captain Young is driving. How can that be?
It's the low gravity environment. I think Captain Young's the most qualified.
Oh, it's not just that. It's I actually probably went for the certs. Like everybody else is like, we got guns and we got armor, and I'm like, I also can drive these 15 vehicles.
Yeah,
you get to be cert.
You can probably fly a dropship too. We just haven't seen it yet.
In an emergency, we'll try it, but I'm no chief. So that's basically what I'm gonna.
All right. Well, I'm fighting.
Yep.
I'm fighting with an APC.
Yep. Okay. I succeed with a 6.
Okay.
With an 8.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so that means John, Sergeant Stone gets to you go first. So you get to describe what your success looks like first, right?
Nope, I don't go first.
I do.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Pasternak, take it away.
And you haven't rolled for the aliens yet, Eric, have you?
No.
I
failed though.
That was for dominance.
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta roll for their
attack.
fighting.
Okay, 1.
Okay, they go last. All right. Well, this is a potentially easy turn for us.
Okay. So I'm going first, and I was going to ask a quick question about grenades. Now they say they do damage to every PC
every PC at close who fails their roll.
But I was wondering, since we're all in the APC, does that change it, or is it just?
The APC takes damage before us, so that means that you would do damage to the APC.
Okay.
Exactly.
If we had failed, but we didn't.
All right. Well, we didn't. I was going to use grenades regardless. So, yeah. So I basically lean out of the top hatch, and it's just pulling pins and pressing buttons and throwing grenades out the side.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we see that the grenades aren't affected by the shields. Like the shields are kinetic for stopping hard fast things. So if you just toss something close to them, it just doesn't work and it just blow up.
Kaboom.
Yeah.
Only 2.
Nice.
So you see it kind of gathering the energy from the 10 radial I imagine these things are more silvery white with sort of this blue sort of gathering energy to fire these blasts, and it's like gathering like whoa, 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 and it just and explodes, and the discharge of the blue gas and stuff just plasma just explodes off. It like rocks the other one a little bit, and what happens next?
I go on 6, and I like hit the ground running out of the side door of the APC and run among the cargo containers and stuff while I'm under fire from the things. And then as one of them passes overhead, I sort of like surprise it with my sidearm. And I think I notice what happens with the grenade. So I like stick my arm. The slow knife penetrates the shield. I stick my arm slowly upwards, so it's like fuzzing around the armor. So the pistol is inside the shield, and then I just unload into the body of the thing.
Yeah, you perforate the starfish as it just like just powers off, and just ends up just kind of floating there for a little bit before it crashes to the ground.
My kill counter decides that was worth 6 kills.
Cool. Second platoon is pretty pissed at you for how long it took.
Are they? Because I believe the line here is, "Hey boys, the cavalry's here."
Besides, we had to pick up a new APC.
Yeah,
this one has a coffee machine and a tikka masala machine.
Right, and yeah, so that's the kind of Tyrrell's group.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Tyrrell is a little exasperated. Pretty upset though that it took you guys that long to get up there.
What does he say?
Yeah. So
if he's just quietly seating in a corner, that's on him.
No. He's pissed because they don't have enough supplies to establish the base, and it seems that those bastards were taking down our supplies. If you would have been here a little earlier, maybe we would have enough to build this base. Now what do we do, Captain?
We do the fucking mission, Tyrrell. Are you telling me you do not know how to build a goddamn base with the resources that we have in that pit over there?
We were operating with 10% of the concrete that we were supposed to... What do you want? Might just make a wall?
I'm sorry, soldier. Are you telling me you don't know how to do your job?
Sir, no, sir.
Anybody else know how to do their job around here?
Yeah. Right. And he starts ordering... he orders his sergeant to... Sergeant Fisher to be like, all right, Fisher, take a team. Go gather up those supplies and start building up these defensive positions. This is supposed to be a landing zone for when the Columbia gets here. And you're looking down at the clock, and it's like in 20 minutes. And I think at this point you can kind of see the sort of like rippling of space, like the that's the signs of a FTL jump incoming. So so they're okay with that. The next part, what's the next part of this mission here? I presume it's probably to get inside this base, right? Or are you just hanging out?
I'm sorry, I'm unclear. Inside which base?
The facility.
Not our base, the aliens' base.
Yeah.
Oh. Are we supposed to go in there? Because we're supposed to create an LZ. No. If we create an LZ, we're good. At that point, the Columbia is supposed to reinforce us, isn't it? Or are we?
Well, no. Remember, the Columbia is not actually authorized unless you ask for help.
Of course it's not. Yes, right. My bad. Cool. Yeah, okay. If we have a defensive perimeter and a base built up, even if it's not a giant, magnificent base with radio towers and other things, yeah, I mean...
Well, it sounds like you're ordering the Lieutenant Tyrrell to build this right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured that we'd hold down the position for them, and if nothing attacks while we're doing that, great. Then I guess we'll go clear.
All right. Yeah, so let me just see how that's going. Okay. Yeah, so gathering the supplies, you notice that the machines that the wreckage of the machines seems to disintegrate like into dust over time. while you guys are sort of like being around it. It seems to just sort of like little like hexagonal things kind of just just kind of dissolves themselves.
You're talking
Like
about the starfish?
Is
Yeah.
it a familiar looking black dust?
No. It looks like this silvery moon bits.
I thought that too, John, by the way. I was like, oh, great.
I mean, it was marked as quarantined, so
I know, right?
Well, if I had to guess, I'd say that from some sort of nanotech evolved civilization managed to colonize these couple of worlds, but that's ridiculous, right? And who's seen an alien with a starship?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that their Roombas took over. Like, they may have just put in a
That's why you
director.
don't take knives to Roombas.
It's true. It's true.
Just a bad idea in general.
So you probably help with the NPC to help like move some of the dirt and set up the LZ. If you guys are just waiting around, now that the LZ is kind of set up and established, we're just gonna chill till the Columbia gets here, or call it in, or?
Nah, I mean, I believe the plan was that we set up a landing zone, and then we're going to start dividing out and like just basically assaulting sectors. I mean, that's standard operating procedure for the 316, right?
For the most part.
Great. Then let's do SOP until otherwise notified. Like, these guys, if they're not assaulting us, I mean, I feel really bad about killing these starfish. I mean, they just want to chill and repair stuff. But orders is orders, and my orders is to make sure all the shit gets done. So yeah, once we have a base set up, I'll set a couple of people on figuring out like what we can do with this moon rock to create more resources if we need to, and otherwise I'm going to start preparing like assault sectors, because why not?
Yeah, I obviously the captain knows what she's talking about, and while the base is being set up, before we get to the assault phase, are you expressing your affinity for the aliens, Captain, or is that you keeping that to yourself?
That's a completely Strush thing.
Okay.
I think the captain's like, I mean, she looks at them and she's like, well, thankfully, for one time, we don't have things the size of buildings chucking APCs through our heads. Because I'm reminded of like the rock planet and things that can squeeze through our armor and everything that's bad. So like, no, I don't think I'm expressing any sort of affinity. Just sort of relief that we're able to build this base without being constantly under attack.
Okay.
Like, at least we can take the fight to them rather than having the fight brought to us.
I'm gonna scrounge up a let's see, what would be in the equipment here? Probably like a emergency vac suit. Like it's like this horrible orange hazmat onesie. And I come over to Goodman and I'm like, looks like you're out of uniform, trooper. And I like shove it into your chest. I'm like, you need to rectify that. I just turn and walk away.
Right. Brings out my eyes, I say sarcastically as they put it on. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's one in here, so it's fine. Okay. So once again, I guess we're just gonna wait and.
No, we're not waiting. So we're helping.
We're assaulting this base by the numbers, right?
We're helping second platoon set up our base of operations. If we don't get attacked during that, once it's done, the captain will give us assault orders.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Unfortunately, you guys are not able to do this just quick and easy. So like those large dodecahedron looking things seem to return again after some time, but also with flanked by a series of these smaller 5 jet starfish as well. They seem to be adopting more of a stealth like pattern rather than just kind of direct like what are you doing? They seem to possess a sort of like cautiousness to them this time as they show up. And they seem to not like what you're doing to the planet. So
Okay.
yeah.
Come at us.
Oh, wait,
Light
I
up,
meant to grab
boys.
5. My bad. So this is like a full. So like imagine you're basically looking at two distinct, I guess platoon size forces, each of them controlled by or like have one of these larger like 10 starfish one kind of controlling these smaller forces. They're all like in sort of like this really elaborate sort of swirly kind of formation as they're coming at you. But they don't look any different at all, except maybe now that the 10-sided one is sort of like, rather than shooting at anybody right now, it's sort of like projecting a sort of shield around the smaller ones and itself.
Come at us.
Yeah.
Fish. Like, I mean.
Yeah, I'm running down the line, like slapping troopers on the armor, like to get them to, like stop, like they're like opening prefabs or like constructing walls. And I'm like, we got contact. Come on, people. Come on. Like running down the line, like getting everybody turned the right way. And
So
a raid out.
So I've got out my E-cannon now because I've got one, and I'm and it's got Big Pig stenciled on it, and I've got a fusion backpack thing, and I'm loading up the thing that says "Feed me." Pop it in there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is amazing. All right.
That is good.
Okay. I will roll in the dominance test.
Test for dominance. Yeah.
3 of us again.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Shit.
Pasternak.
And
Crap! I failed too.
All right.
Holy
Succeed.
hell. Oh!
Okay.
Succeed, but the bugs get to set the range.
Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Bugs.
I pulled that out, just squeaked it right in.
The bugs are going to set you. I think they're going to put you far.
Okay.
No, actually, I'm sorry. It fictionally makes more sense to put you close.
Okay.
As like you realize you're shooting them, and they're just the shields are just ricocheting them as they just kind of inevitably march. You see like where you focus fire, like the shields sort of like shift and sort of keep a barrier going to them. And at this close range, they're probably in line with some of where the construction is, and like you can see that like as they get closer to it, the construction starts to break away and fracture where the landing zones are. Like it's crumbling it just by like sound or like some kind of like radio wave or some sort of like interference. It's like it's trying to break up whatever you're doing to the moon.
And it's like cleaning it off the surface, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like vibrating it apart.
Exactly.
Power
Gotcha.
wash. Auto wash.
Yeah, it's auto power washing is a good way of putting it. It's trying
man.
to scrub the 316 off of.
Someone paid for the
moon.
Premium service. Damn it!
They brought the wax. All right. Are we fighting, folks?
Yep, I'm fighting.
Yeah, the aliens will also fight.
I don't have
I have I think part of the reason why we're close is I think I have this plan because like we've noticed that the slow blade penetrates the shield, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, if the big asshole is generating that shield and it's bouncing most of our like kinetic weaponry off of it, I'm like, let's just drive in. A car is slow enough, right?
We'll see.
All right,
Maybe.
let's do this.
Yeah, they are behaving differently, right? They seem a little organized and ready.
So you're in the APC. Josh.
Yeah, I'm APC firing.
I also succeed. So that's Captain Young has the highest success so far.
Yep.
Okay. So it's Young,
Then me.
Stone, and then a tie.
John, I'm gonna pass you a tough call here, but
That's okay. I got you. I got you.
I'm gonna kill one and do D6 kills, but I think we can probably cancel them and then just take another round because we still have the armor, right?
Yep.
All right, cool.
So
I got 5 kills.
all right, what does that look like, Captain?
I think what it is it's literally as I explained. Like I'm going to drive up and penetrate the shield with the actual vehicle, and then I'm gonna like hit the button and just like level the guns and start firing. And I'm gonna take out a lot of the smaller ones that are actually doing the damage because I'm not as worried about the giant shield generator.
Yeah.
Because most of us are in there at this point.
Right. You see as you're doing this, like the ones you blow up, the other smaller ones try to like repair it. Like wherever you're focusing fire, they like make a shield and start trying to repair where that shield is. Like a physical shield, not just like the energy shield that they're projecting on. Like they're like trying to fix where the bullets go while you're doing it, like mid turn. So it's like, but you have to concentrate your fire enough on these things, and then you finally end up blowing some of them to bits. But you realize that it's harder than it looks here.
So Strash,
is anybody manning comms right now?
I assume we have them in our suits and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You're getting a second. I think I imagine the ships the APC would have something like this. You're getting a second FTL jump, like coordinator ping, right? Like something else is jumping here.
Until my ship contacts me and tells me that it's a problem, I'm just.
Yeah, I think Savannah. Yeah, I think that same moment, it's what's her name? The Major, right? Or Captain Hall, right? They're acting officer of the Savannah right now, right?
Yeah.
Commander Hendricks.
Hendricks, yeah.
It could be Hendricks, yeah.
Yeah. So Hendricks, so like this is Savannah actual. Come in 316, or come in butchers. Anyone else reading this sign as you guys are in the middle of a fight?
Yeah, but what do you want us to do about it from the ground?
Nothing. Just stay frosty. We're still figuring out what it is. It looks like and it's clearly like processing the IFF kind of stuff, and it's like, all right, it seems Terran. And
who the else has FTL jumps?
Yeah. Well, you don't know. It's weird disorder, and in the space time of the TL. So it's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
No. It's. They're like, oh, it seems Terran. I'm like, of course it seems Terran.
Yeah.
What else would it?
Oh yeah, no, that's perfect. They're like, oh yeah, oh wait, yeah. So in character, they're like, yeah, of course. Click.
Right. I mean, we don't know anything that wouldn't be Terran.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Obviously.
Bye.
Yeah, Terran.
Okay. So Strash, so the APC, you get a free range change. That's its superpower.
I don't think we need to. I think
and you succeeded and beat the aliens, which also lets you change range.
Yeah.
So you could change too if you wanted, or you can stay where you are.
So the thing is that these are the same aliens that we were fighting, so I assume that they have the double jump. The thing is that staying in close allows me, when I need to change range, to to charge back in if we need to. But I think we're fine here. We're going to get a lower kill counter, but we're still going to do what we need to do. Right. I'm as a player, unless you have a different suggestion, I think this is fine.
No,
okay.
Nope.
Cool. Let's just rock them.
So I will cancel because that seems to be a good thing to do here. It's just Pasternak taking a hit though. Oh, Pasternak's already a mess.
Well, no, I'm not a mess because we had that encounter before and nobody got hurt, so I'm actually not a mess now.
Oh, so you're back to
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot to change your status. Yeah, all right, I will cancel.
Okay.
So my canceling, what am I doing? I am, instead of attacking the aliens, like I see that they're intent on like grinding up our defenses that we've just built.
Yeah.
Or partially, or as much as we can anyway.
Yeah.
I am going to chuck some grenades to like create a trench, or I blow up the surface of the moon here in front of our fortifications. So like as they're approaching and they're trying to grind at the walls, I'm gonna just run by and chuck grenades across to create like showers of debris and explosions to like, you know, put a barrier of low gravity moon debris and crap in the way, so they have to like churn through that before they get to our walls, to just like disrupt them. It makes us so we can't get good shots on them, but I want to like, you know, keep them at bay, and I'll cancel my success to cancel their action.
Yeah. So they begin to grind through all of the debris. Okay, so then we go to the next round.
Yeah.
Next round.
We all fighting?
I think so.
Yeah, they're gonna stick it close.
Since the APC's still up. No. I'm just gonna fight. Oh, Eric, do we have any cover at close because of our fortifications, or is there that does it not count as cover?
No, it doesn't count.
Okay.
So many 10s. This planet is rife with them. Ouch.
Fail.
Pasternak, the only one anchoring us. Rough.
So Pasternak, that 2 was this round, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the aliens get to go first.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're all going to inflict a kill as they kind of, and this answers the question of why it doesn't count as cover, because they finish chewing through the debris, and rather than kind of spit it out, they sort of sandblast and shoot it at the rest of the other debris, and it kind of just starts obliterating it, and you all get kind of knocked back from the just more debris kicked up in the air.
It's like a high pressure like sandblaster. Like
yeah. It's literally like using its debris like a snowblower. It's like picking it up and chucking it back at you.
It's like scoring the paint off our armor. Like
and you can see on the ground like where the crater was. Like a couple detachments of the little 5-winged ones go down and start like using like lasers and like moving around the rocks and like creating artificial kind of rocks and placing them around to make it look like more natural. As it's back to you.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna become a mess. I'm not using my armor right now.
Yeah,
I'll become a mess as well.
Same.
Yep.
At this range, I think you can see on the machines here that it's not just shiny and silvery. Like they sort of how can I put this? I don't know. Actually, if anyone wants to know more, you're gonna have to NFA it.
Okay.
It's too confusing.
Something catches our eye, but we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Fair enough. Pasternak, that's you.
All right. Well, so we are close. So that means that I have to defer to my... so basically, I head the E-cannon up, and then all of a sudden we're right in close, and things are right over us. They're scare blasting us. And I just I let it drop on the sling, and I pull out the... I've duct tape or, plas welded a scabbard for a trench knife on the front of the gun, and then I pull out a punch dagger for my other one, and I just go to town. I'm slicing these damn things up because they're I'm right underneath them, so screw it. Alrighty. 10.
Oh, nice.
Go Morgan.
Nice. It's a good kill.
When the blades come out, Pasternak just, jeez, dangerous.
So,
all right. Yeah, so
low gravity to leap from 1 to 1.
Nice. Yeah, so like you get in front of the blasting and you're just like cutting them up with your knife. That's awesome.
Now, can I move ranges? Can I change range?
That's an NFA.
No, that's NFA, yeah.
It's
but
NFA
or my FA, right?
Or if you succeed at FA and beat the aliens.
Okay, but we tied, so
yeah.
Or I was last.
You were last.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so then another token's gone.
Another token gone. So there's 3 left. Okay.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Should probably fight. We could potentially win right now if everything goes super well.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna fight. I was gonna do a weird maneuver, but no, that's not good for us.
You get a lot more tactical when you're playing it.
Let's see. Let's read. They have.
Yeah, they can move us 1 or 2 because
Yeah.
they beat us on that turn if you want to, Eric.
Um.
And then Strash can move the APC 1.
Yeah. No. Know what I like? I actually I like this. As because I can use the ability at any time, right?
Hello?
No, it's
you can
on a
use it.
successful attack. That one's linked to actually attacking.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can use it anytime you would normally be able to change range, which you can now because you won.
Yeah, but that consumes my turn, right?
No.
No.
If you succeed and you go before us, you get to change range and attack us.
Yeah. So I think what happens is another big pulse of energy comes from the shields as actually the shield generators kind of creatures around like that sort of the hexagonal bubble shield that I was talking about earlier that you guys got into. It sort of goes away back into each of these dodecahedron ones, and it sort of blasts in front of you this sort of pulse of plasma, and it kind of knocks you guys up into low gravity. Like it pushes you up, and you see around you as well, like a lot of the concrete and stuff around is sort of floating around with you. And so I think by that, it's going to essentially push you guys too far.
Okay.
As it sort of like awkwardly, like you even see like the APC gets lifted by it too. Like they just this pulse has sort of lifted everything up. So you're not super far off the ground, right? Only a couple feet. But like there's just a slow
sort of tumbling.
Yeah, tumble. So you guys are kind of still pretty close, but I'm saying far as terms of the effort to maneuver yourself back to get to them might be difficult.
So I have a free move, which means that I'm going to push us to near. That comes
Just-
from the APC.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not in the APC, so you're moving.
I am.
Yeah.
I know, but it just moves the APC, not the rest of us.
Right. I kind of imagine you like using like a spare rocket as like an SRS thruster, like just to push it.
Actually, I imagine the APC actually has thrusters because driving around alien planets and stuff, this is like the Mako. It probably has like little jets,
Yeah.
like bounce and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
it's probably got something for low gravity.
Yeah.
At least like something, just to help it out, even if it's not super powerful.
Yeah. Okay. So it does that and inflicts a kill. So
which we took. So
yes.
I'm fighting next round from
I'm fighting.
far. However,
Pasternak got a success.
I'm currently using my sidearm, which
did
cannot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think sidearms are free switches, the same way that
No,
knives
it's
are.
yeah, but I want to switch to my slug rifle because now we're at far. That's not a free switch. My sidearm can't attack at far, so I have to change weapons. So I'm doing an FA actually.
Do you?
Yeah. My sidearm has 0 effect at far.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is sidearm like switches are free, if I recall, right?
No.
To and from, it's like hand to hand.
Not no, they're not.
It only works one way.
Switching to my slug rifle is switching weapons.
Yeah.
It's not free.
No. Slug rifle to pistol, maybe, but pistol to slug rifle is not free.
As far as I know, that is the case. Yes.
Yeah. My ruling is that it concurs with John. Let's just
I'll double check it while we're doing the rest of the turn, but I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm
switching
also
back is-
maneuvering as well, so I will be doing NFA
Okay.
because I have to switch weapons and.
So Strasha, you moved. Captain Young has moved the APC into near.
Yep, cool.
Oh yeah, sidearm doesn't count. You can only freely switch to hand-to-hand power claw or grenades.
All right.
Okay. Doesn't count at all. Wow. Okay.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'm NFA. I'm changing weapons and maybe range. We'll see.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, I see with a 7.
I fail.
I only roll 10s apparently, but I'm in close.
Yeah. All right. So I guess let me this thing.
So you're first.
The Savannah calls in and says, while everything else is, while this is happening, right? The Savannah calls in and says, all right, I'm giving the orders for the major to come in here. That other FTL jump has given me the spooks, and yeah, and then back on surface, I think they're gonna target the APC again. This time they're I guess because you're close enough to them, they're gonna start looking it over, and now it's all covered in debris and washed again. They wanna clean it again. So I think that's what that looks
we
like.
still all take wounds though, right?
Yeah, and the rest of you guys are getting blasted by the sort of snow blower of rock and concrete in the air. So like you guys are getting pelted by this and pushing you guys backwards.
I'm taking it on the armor now.
So does that mean Young is the APC taking the?
Yes,
yeah,
it
sure.
automatically does.
Okay. Is that's 1 wound to it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it wounds it and disables it. And you're taking your armor hit, Pasternak?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then are we getting pushed back?
There's nothing there. No, you guys are already yeah, you know what? No, I think it makes sense here that by the pushback it's going to push these two out of far, and then it pushes the APC to far.
These combats are so weird.
Right? So
we're out of combat. I switched to my slug rifle.
Yeah.
We'll try to get back. We'll try to get back in.
Can we do that?
Sure. You can do anything with NFA.
Yeah.
It just depends on what Eric says the problem is to do that. I mean, obviously not right immediately. That would be dumb.
So
no, actually, there's no point to this. We can just leave.
Well,
we'll re-engage the dots later. I mean, this combat's kind of a crapshoot anyway. So
well, here's the problem. With you guys not supporting this area, you're going to expose second platoon to harm, Lieutenant Tyrrell's team to casualties, right? Because you are supposed to be supporting this group. They're kind of more like CBs.
We are. We're just
for this part. So like they're. Yeah, I know. Well.
Yeah, but Eric's saying that if we get all pushed out of combat, then they have to fight without us. And
it's fictionally weird. Okay. I mean,
they're fighting alongside of you, but if you guys are not part of that fight, then that will change the fictional consequences. What I'm saying.
So far, we have not been part of this fight much.
Yeah.
Mostly, we've just been bouncing around.
Well, you fight leaping aliens on low gravity.
Yeah. So, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So the APC is non-functional.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They push us out and push the APC to far, right?
Okay.
And then we go into the next round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that there's no point to anything to try and get back in.
No.
Well, hang on. I mean, I disagree. Because I think I don't think we're imagining the battle in the same way. I think we need to get on the same page here. Like for one thing, we're supposed to kill aliens. We're fucking troopers in the 316. We don't just run away. So I'm not just giving up on the fight just because it's inconvenient to me. That's not how I roll.
Is that your orders? Okay.
No. I'm just I'm just talking about the fictional space here. I don't think we're on the same page. It seems like there's this kind of like, oh, we just leave situation, but I don't think that's what's happening. Is that right, Eric? Like,
yeah,
both platoons are under attack by these things. They're smashing up our base that we just built, which is what we're supposed to be doing here. Then they fire some sort of pulse weaponry, which is throwing us out of combat so they can focus fire down on second platoon and potentially eradicate them.
exactly.
So I'm not just leaving and just like, fuck it, whatever. So as a player, what I want to do is come up with some fictional action to get back in the fight. To do that, I think I need to understand the new situation.
Yeah.
That Stone and Pasternak are in when they've been hurled away.
Yeah.
But I don't think we should address that right now.
Okay.
Because this combat is still going. And because of the aliens' move, Young is isolated and has to fight by herself. So we should do that and then talk about is that fair? Like, I just want to all of us picture the scene the right way, because I'm seeing this impending destruction of second platoon, and I felt like you guys weren't seeing that, and I wanted to make sure.
No, I thought you meant getting back enough NFA to get back into the APC, which didn't make sense.
Oh no, sorry, I meant into the fight. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Anyway,
I don't really have a good fictional idea here as to what we can do to change the situation.
Well, we don't have to. Like I said, we're getting ahead of ourselves. You are still in combat with the aliens.
Right. And I'm talking to you not as a member of the 316. I'm talking to you as Strash, a person who is looking at the mechanics of this game, saying, this fight is fucked and we've got no chance here. So we should probably regroup and try and come back in and talk about the narrative of rescuing them from a different angle. But I don't actually see how to play through the rest of this combat. So, like, as a player discussing strategy in the game, I'm not 100% sure how to address this.
So are you picturing that Young is not in combat with the aliens for some reason?
No, I'm not. I'm floating around, being bounced around by sandblasts or whatever, and I'm like super far and I can't get back to them, and my truck isn't working, so I have no concept of how I am supposed to re-engage in a way that's going to make a meaningful difference.
You have not been disengaged from the battle. You are
understand.
They are shooting at you.
Okay.
You're in the fight with the aliens still.
What I'm visualizing is everybody else is nowhere to be seen. My vehicle is damaged and destroyed. I'm floating in 0G, I don't know, 100 yards out from these things that have this like excessively long range, and attempting to get out of the truck and shoot at them with a pistol isn't going to finish the fight. Right? Like, tactically speaking, that's the scenario.
Strash, no, just relax here. Just take it down a notch.
Okay.
Like, you're talking about all these ways that you can't do stuff, and you are at far. You have weapons that can attack from far.
No.
You have the gun on the APC. It can't move anymore, but you can still shoot.
Oh, okay. When it's dismantled, I assume that it can't fire.
Okay, well, all right. Let's pretend like you have zero harm from far. Let's pretend that that's the case. You still are in combat with the alien. The fact that you have zero doesn't mean this is a shitty situation for you, yes, but we can't just hand wave this and be like, well, this is nothing we can do here. Like, the aliens have separated you from us using their move. You are now at far and have to continue fighting them. I don't think you're 100 yards away, blah, 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 blah. You're isolated. They're in a position to attack you. We can't help right now. So fight or NFA to get out of the battle.
Yeah.
Right.
So an NFA roll or you fight.
Exactly. And what I've been saying for like the past 10 minutes is if I NFA to move out of this range, then the fight terminates, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all I was planning, because attempting to re-engage and have you guys NFA back while we're taking kills isn't going to work. Like, that's a dead encounter. So that's what I'm going to do.
I disagree. I disagree. But if that's what Young does, that's what Young does. If you stay and fight this round, then Morgan and I can maybe try to come up with a way to get back in the battle, and that might not work. But you should make that decision based on what you want Young to do, not on like the that it's impossible in the game or something. It's just do what Young would do in this situation.
Yeah.
Cool. Then what Young is going to do is realize that this battle is kind of effed, and I'm going to attempt to disengage, pick up the rest of my troops, get the APC back online, and roll back in when we have a more favorable position.
Okay.
Okay. So that sounds like NFA.
Cool.
This round, I fail.
Whew.
Okay.
Lucky.
So, yeah. So, Young, what does this look like? How do you save your bacon?
I think I just, yeah, sure. We'll do the other plan. I think so she has like a rocket pod. I think that since the APC isn't running and it's not like firing where it's supposed to, I think I just like kick the door open, come out onto the back of it, and I just like fire to give myself like the kinetic momentum and 0G to push it over to where the rest of them are. Somewhere far away, wherever we got knocked back.
Okay. So, so yeah, that sounds great. That's and so it was. So what happens now is the continuation of, as you guys are sort of floating and getting your bearings, they seem to stop attacking you once you guys have left a certain amount of distance from the place, because something else has drawn their attention. And it kind of draws his attention in a very like quick way. Like they also, while you guys are leaving, they don't pursue you. They finish up cleaning out the landing zone, and it's like they're ready to target you as you guys are leaving. That temporal jump thing that I was just describing earlier. So this is not the Columbia. This was the secondary jump. Finishes their jump early and comes in. It is a capital TNF ship. It immediately lights up. It says it's the Ganges, and proceeds to start shooting at those dodecahedron things, but sort of like its firing solution. Do you guys? Because like all of a sudden they kind of like look at that thing and they're like getting ready. You see the lights on them go from blue to red. They seem to know each other, and yeah, as you guys are kind of there, they don't really announce anything to you immediately because they're kind of engaged here. And then I think as you guys are a couple, maybe like a minute or so goes by, you get the like request to like on their comms, because I imagine they have a different comm section, right? These are not Third Army. This is Fourth. This is a different army.
Who the fuck are these guys?
No clue.
And yeah, so you guys, do you answer the call? They're like I guess they finally beam on frequencies.
Eric, I think I kind of missed something in what you were saying there.
Sure.
What was the blue to red that they've seen them before thing? What was that?
I'm describing the relationship between this ship that just jumped in and these mechanisms. The relationship between the aliens on this moon and that capital ship. They seem to know each other.
Okay.
In an antagonistic way.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I was clear on that. Interesting.
And you guys accept that you guys all get a blinking call, right? Like hailing all channels from the ship, as you guys are sort of like floating, not in a good spot, all messed up. You guys do clear a wound, right? Because it's end of combat, but
right.
So I guess the APC I think it's a ship. It's strong
repaired.
enough to blast to everybody. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we have comms and what we're doing is repairing the APC and like medicing each other and like reorganizing, then I mean, why not, right? Like it's not going to take some sort of.
Okay, I'm listening in, but I'm not trying to be involved in the conversation. So I'm going to try to get the APC back rolling.
Yeah, me too. That's above my pay grade. That's a captain type problem. So I mean, we're on the network together, but
Yeah.
I assume Captain Young will take charge of that.
Yeah. So do you just wait for the whatever, like the hailing call?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Like we're being communicated with from space, right?
Yep. Another
and
like,
they're firing onto the surface.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
Gandes is firing its anti-planetary weaponry on that. I mean, not a planetary bombardment, but like heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Are being
and
fired.
you see the red in the shield and everything. It's basically sustaining it. And it says, "Howdy, y'all. This is Major Shields.
Huh?
What outfit are you in?"
Do we know who Major Shields is?
Major Shields is the name of the crazy, kill happy commander of the Columbia.
Yes.
Is this a? I mean, and
he doesn't have.
I suppose
he does not have, and he has a cowboy accent.
Major Shields does not have a cowboy accent. He's a Klingon.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. I definitely got the Klingon vibe last time. This is Captain Young, and you do not sound like the Major Shields I know.
What outfit are you in, son?
Daughter and the 316.
Oh, 316. He does the math, and he says, "Rico, bring up 316 on the monitor here." Ah, it's looking under, and he's seeing that stuff. All right. What squad?
I give the appropriate call response, right? I'm Captain Young with blah blah blah.
Huh? Yeah, and says here you're dead.
Do I look dead to you, Major?
I don't know. You're in the middle of our firing solution. I reckon you guys pull out. I believe you walked in the middle of a halftime thinking the game's over. You rascals, who's your major? Who's in charge here?
Are we technically under Shields?
Yeah.
He's the one who said we were under him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he said last time. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Then I'll say we're under Major Shields. The real one on the, and I give the call sign of his boat. I forget.
TNF Columbia.
The TNF Columbia. Yeah.
Oh, I reckon. Oh, my brother.
Okay. If you'll forgive me for saying so, sir, you don't sound remotely related.
It's a long story, and it says, "I'll be damned if my brother gets these kills over me," and proceeds to continue bombarding the place. He doesn't let up. Like, I'm real sorry, son, but I'm not going. He keeps doing that. Is that okay, by the way, as a player to misgender?
Oh no, I don't mind. It's just
I know.
Definitely
I didn't want to.
Personality.
I didn't want to. Okay, I don't want to.
Yeah, we're good.
I know we never talked about that. I just wanted to check in. Right? He just calls everybody son, and I know it. I don't want to make it a problem. Okay. Yeah, and he says, all right. So he's firing on the base and says, "Sorry, once these guns start shooting, they have a habit to not stop shooting. You guys better get out of there."
Major Shields, you do know that these planets are labeled as quarantine, and as per the orders of the Army, nobody but us is actually allowed to be engaging here.
There's a little more going on than just one of those orders that you're reckoning. I'm a major.
Question.
He says in a very commanding look.
Question. The Columbia is in orbit too, right?
No, it hasn't. It's showing up.
Okay, so this thing beat it here by a couple seconds or something.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a sleeker ship. It's also kind of silvery, kind of like this base, with little tinges of blue LED lights on it.
So we got this is a brand new APC for all intents and purposes, right? Back to
it was specs. Now it's less good. Well,
but the interior, right?
Yeah, the interior is probably fine.
I did a NFA to help repair it, so hopefully that.
Yeah.
So I'd like to get. Can we get the holocomms on the APC working to see this guy?
Sure.
Or is he another goddamn robot? What's going on?
No. It looks remarkably like Major Shields. It just looks a little younger, and carries a richer beard than the other Major Shields. I imagine he's sort of got a 10-gallon hat. and sort of like in addition to just his regular uniform, he has like one of those huge cowboy hats. He's got a little like sheriff badge too.
Oh no, he's totally sane. That's good.
Yeah.
While these people are talking and looking at holograms, I would like to activate my evac ability. To get out of the planetary bombardment. If that's okay with you guys. Well, I mean, out of character. In character, I'm just doing it without telling the captain.
Are we supposed to kill all the aliens?
So technically, it is.
Yes.
I do have an order to kill every alien on planet. And
it looks to me like that's happening.
That's where I'm at. And the thing is that if they don't finish the job, we can just drop again. But like right now, we're sitting in the middle of saturating fire. We should just bail.
Yeah.
I have order 4, which is to keep my squad of troopers safe, and we're about to get hit by the bombardment. So I'm using my evac. If you guys want to overrule or whatever, then you can. But
I can't overrule you.
Well, technically you can't overrule me, no, but you can force weakness on me.
I could force weakness. If you have a weakness now, but
I do.
Is that something we want to do, or are you going to? Are we going to evac?
Yeah, I mean, Pasternak, you're the corporal. You want to maximize kills. So if you want to force weakness on me to keep us in the fight, that is a thing you can do for sure.
This seems it seems like a weird situation though. So
it is. Yes,
it is. I'm totally game as a player. I'm totally fine with that. If you want to, that's fine.
Technically, John, yes. I think it's fine, and you should roll because I am distracted with the conversation. But technically, evac is highest rank alive.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
I don't. It's not just a sergeant ability I can use because I'm a sergeant.
No, I think I think you're right, Strash. I think I remember reading that evac is given to the or I think it's given to a certain person or the last highest ranked person alive. I think is what it says.
It's highest ranked person in the group, but the sergeant and everybody above them gets the ability to call it in if necessary. So you should just push the button.
No, you're right, Strash. You are right.
Do you just give the order to call it?
Do
they do it anyways.
It unlocks when you become a sergeant, but the highest ranking PC is the one who has to authorize it. That's you are correct.
It's fine.
no, that's it's super important. So I am attempting to do it, and then like at some point, Young's like authorization code has to be punched in.
Yeah, thumbprint.
Yeah. So
and
then that's
Pasternak, you're not stopping me.
I don't know. I'm very tempted to try to just stop you, just because. Let's kill some goddamn bugs. That's what I'm here for. But at the same time, I'm really curious to see what happens if you do it. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn. So
we're about due for a break. We could take a break.
I was trying to see what happens. So we can
think it over.
Yeah, you want to think over while we go to break?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool. Yeah. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in about 5 minutes or so for more 316. So see you guys on the other side of the break.